Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Yes, lovely people. Hope you're well. Welcome to another Kop-ish Katch Up. As always, when we get behind the mic, please make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. First and foremost, big up to Matt and Drift, who did a show earlier on in the day. I've not even caught up with it yet, but I've just spoken to Jamie and he said it was a very good show. Spoke to Matt and Drift earlier as well. They said it got heated, so I'm definitely going to tune into that in the morning and have a good little laugh. Drift, second show of the day for you. How are you doing, bro?
I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed. I'm back. I told the people I'm back. I said I'll be back later on today. You know what I mean? We've got to keep the grind going. Cal was at work earlier. Matt's with his brother for his birthday. So, you know, we fit it in where we can.
Pause. But yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you know what? It's not going to be a long show, but I do want this to so Liverpool being linked with Kudus again. I'm gonna try not to be cynical. I'm gonna try and be objective, seeing as I'm the host for this one. But I'm gonna show you where the rumors have started from, and then we can go from there. So let's go. So
from what I'm told, we are likely to lose one of our big players. Maybe two. I didn't take any notice when I saw Kudus's comments on Heitinger, who's now joined Liverpool as Arne Slot's number 2. He spoke very highly of him. Obviously, he's worked underneath him at Ajax before as well. Really likes Heitinger. From what I'm told, Liverpool are pushing heavily for Kudus, and we would be interested in selling because it's a case of us needing to sell, from what I'm told, you know, because we're doing such a big squad rebuild. From what I'm told, we are likely to lose one of our big.
He also says in another stream that he expects West Ham to move for Konate and reckons the price would be similar to what Liverpool paid for Konate, around 35 mil. Now, if there's one thing I don't like doing is having or calling out other content creators. And I'm going to try not to do this here. But wherever he's getting his sources from are definitely either pulling his leg or just chatting a bunch of doo-doo. One, we're not getting Kudus this summer because we're just not going to spend that sort of money, in my opinion, on one player. And two, Konate for 35 mil to West Ham. Brother, do me a favor. Konate could go to most teams who play Champions League football. And if Liverpool sell Konate, we are not selling him for 35 million pounds. Are you joking? For Ibu. Do me a favor. And look, we can have our opinions on whether we're gonna sell Ibu or not, whether he's good enough for Liverpool or not, blah 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 blah. One thing I think we can agree as a fan base is we are not flipping selling Konate for 35 mil to anyone. You better be coming to the table.
I mean, why would Ibu even go to West Ham with all due respect?
Oh, right. Why? And again, I've got nothing against West Ham. I think they're a really good club. Nothing like West Ham are cool, innit? But seriously.
Even West Ham fans, bro, would accept that you go up or same level once you get to Liverpool if you're in the prime of your career. If you do the Liverpool to West Ham, with all due respect, you're at the dwindling part of your career. Unless you become like really, really like, you know, a little bit like, and I don't want to throw shade here, but like say Oxlade-Chamberlain, for example, after all the trials and tribulations of his Liverpool career, plus the injuries and all that stuff, you can think, oh yeah, maybe a 29-year-old Ox could maybe go to West Ham, but not a right in the peak of his powers, one of the best centre-backs in the league. Like, and how old's Ibu? 25, 26? It just wouldn't make It wouldn't make any sense. Like it genuinely just it wouldn't make any sense at all. So yeah, I don't. I agree with you. I can't see that one happening. And I would really like to know what Liverpool's plan was if they ain't even bought a centre back when we need one now, and then they're looking to get rid of one. I'd really love to know what the. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Now,
bro.
what's the plan then, bro?
And again, respectfully, like look, everyone wants Kudus. I'd love Kudus at Liverpool Football Club as well. It's not happening this summer. It's just not. West Ham
Do you know
don't
what?
need to sell.
Oh, is that because you don't think Liverpool will go for him, or because you think that the West Ham won't sell him?
West Ham won't sell.
Bro, I was on that wavelength until I saw Douglas Luiz go to Juve, bro.
Drift, don't do it. You did this with the Caicedo thing last year. Don't do it to me again, Drift. Because I'll block you on everything, bro. The only time we'll speak is on Kopish, and as soon as the stream ends, I'll dip out, bro. I won't even say bye. I say bye to Matt, and I'll just dip out, bro. Like,
do you
don't
remember
do this
when we did that show about maybe a month ago, and we are all saying who we think our ideal signing was be, and you all agreed with me that Douglas would have been a brilliant signing, but it's just unrealistic because Villa, like, there's no need to sell, rah rah rah. And then look what's happened, bro. Randomly out of nowhere, and not even for a lot of money. What was it? 50 mil? I think he went like. So with that happening, it's made me think you just never know when the club is smaller. You just never know. You don't. We would have never foreseen Villa letting go of their top 3 best players.
Take some water, man.
Randomly, out of nowhere. Like, we wouldn't, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? We never thought we would see that happening. We just didn't. So you see the Kudus thing? I agree with you on about maybe 65 to 70%. But, bro, I wouldn't give up totally on it being a possibility if Liverpool was serious. Because the smaller clubs, sometimes they just can't hold out. If the big teams come in for the player and the player really wants to move, sometimes there's just nothing they can do about it.
So what are you telling me then, Drew? You reckon we're getting Kudus?
What I'm telling you is, if there's any part of West Ham who are thinking the money could be spent wisely if they did it, they have plans for 1 or 2 players that Kudus could supplement that, and then they could replace 1 player with 2 players. If there's any scenario like that, yeah, even if you think about the fact that I know Villa were kind of trying to do the FFP thing, so it's slightly different. They had to like balance the books, so to speak, in a way. But West Ham similarly may need to balance the books in a way of not for FFP now, but they might think in the long term of like, well, we get 60 mil for Kudus. We could get him and him. We could split the payments. It could for maybe, look, if the player wants to move, right. You just never know. So there's still about 30 to 35% of me that would say maybe.
Shout out to Jamie. He said he's smoking soil, you know.
With the Ibu one, yeah, 100%.
Shout out to Sadiq as well. Jim. Shall I tell you why I'm so adamant that West Ham won't sell Kudus? Because they don't need to. Villa were in a financial state where they had to sell. If I'm not mistaken, West Ham don't have to. Plus, West Ham know if he has another good season, the minimum they're going to get is 85 mil next summer. 85 mil. West Ham don't need to sell.
But this would be predicated on the fact that Kudus would not be disrespectful, but kick up a stink.
And just
this is Liverpool, guys, please. Do you get what I mean? I mean, even here's the thing. You look at the situation, I mean, it's Villa again. But then again, I don't think this one was FFP. I just think it was the player wants to move. Cool. Look at Diaby going Saudi. And it wasn't even for profit. It wasn't even for profit, bro. He went for the same money they paid for him.
Yeah, how much is Diaby getting a week?
No, but that's what I mean. The club didn't stand in his way because he said, I want this move. Because I doubt Villa wanted to sell him.
But they had to sell because of PSR. It's PSR.
No, apparently Douglas was the only one that they needed to do that. Once Douglas was gone, they were good because they weren't that far over it. I mean, he might be balancing the books with the few signings they've made since then. But remember, they can spread that cost out across 3 years or whatever. So I don't even know if that... Apparently Douglas was the only one that was for the financial reasons. And again, it still didn't even need to be Douglas. They've got players they could have got rid of. They have.
Shall I tell you what really annoys me about the Kudus thing? we could have got him twice in the past for around 30 to 40 mil.
Mm.
And we said no both times.
Yeah.
The reason I could live with that at the time is because I thought, oh, you know, there's other targets we could get. You know, we need a right winger. Musa Diaby was there, like Neto was there, like Elise was there. All these other players were there as well. He's really the only one left that you can really say, yeah, he might be the guy you can take over. And even that's not a guarantee, because going through his stats, I mean, people were crapping on Kubo's stats. They're pretty much the same as Kudus.
Yeah, statistically it doesn't look good. But we've got the eye test on Kudus, and we know. We know, bro. You know what I mean? We know.
So I
feel like I kind of had my Mane back if we signed Kudus. Like, no one's ever gonna beat Sadio. But
I don't
like,
think he's similar to Mane at all.
No, he's not similar to him, but you know that unpredictability and just like the X factor of like what he can do in a split instant. I'd feel like I slightly had my Mane back, because that was the thing I loved about Mane more than anything, is that his unpredictability was second to none in our team. Like you had no idea what Sadio was gonna do. Is he gonna pack it with his left, take you on, dupper you with a turn twist, put it through your legs and pack it top bins? Was he going to do a curler? You didn't know what Mane was going to do, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? And Kudus has a little bit about him, even though his playing style is different. He's got a bit of that about him. He's got an unpredictability. You have no idea what Kudus is going to do, bro. And I like that. I want a player back in the team that's like that. Do you get what I'm saying?
I'd love us to sign Kudus. I just don't see it happening.
Like I said, I see it for 30% right now. I see it 30% right now.
You changed your tune, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, I was angry earlier, man.
No, I'm not even talking about from earlier. I'm talking about from like.
No, I know. But I said to Matt, what's happening with me right now is there's a pressure cooker, and the water's boiling inside, and the steam's and the lid's rattling.
Yeah,
the lid's rattling, and sometimes I realize that if I just quickly and let a bit out, release the pressure for a little while. And then when the pressure's died down a bit, I calm down a bit and my positivity comes back. And I try to be as optimistic as possible, because I'm trying to grow as a person, Cal. You know, you can't just be angry all the time. The older you get, it takes too much energy to be mad.
Yeah.
But you see, once it's bubbling, you see, you know that bit when the steam's coming out? That's earlier on in the stream. Like, I was just angry earlier on, but I was just vexed, bro. And it just comes out, and then it's like you got to close it back down. So I let the pressure out earlier. I've closed the lid back down. It's calmed down a little bit. Now I'm back to trying to be optimistic, bro. It depends how long FSG, Edwards, and them man there take to get all these little situations sorted out. Because at one point, the lid's gonna come off, and I ain't gonna be able to get it back on, bro. I ain't gonna be able to get it back on. You know what I'm saying?
Can I quickly mention something about the team that's there now, the structure that's there now? Because they're taking a lot of the flack for the contract signings. I'm not going to speak about transfers here, because that's their job, innit? The contract signings.
It's meant to be their job, apparently.
Of Virgil, Mo, and Trent. Everyone keeps on saying they need to get this sorted. I'm not being funny. This shouldn't even be their thing to sort out this summer. It should have been sorted out last summer, if we're being honest. So Smatka, Pep, and Klopp, that should have been sorted last summer. Shouldn't even be their job to sort out this summer. If I'm being real about it.
What's the stream? Because me and Matt went back and forth on this earlier, bro. So.
Oh, is it? Did you speak about this?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what category you're in anyway.
We spoke about this before, yeah.
Okay. I know what happened earlier now then.
Yeah, we spoke about this earlier,
man.
We spoke about this earlier, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's what happened.
It was near the beginning of the stream. You don't need to go far.
Did you say they have no blame for the contract situation? Smackering them, man. And Klopp and Pep.
No. Klopp doesn't have. Klopp had no say in contract renewals. We know that already. Otherwise, James Milner and a few other players would still be here. Klopp, he could advise, but Klopp didn't have no say on contract renewals. He
That
didn't.
was before
Otherwise,
he
there's
had
players who
full
would still be at
control.
the club, and I think we know that for a fact. There are players that will still be at the club, bro. James Milner is the perfect example of his Klopp. If Klopp was in charge of contract renewals, James Milner would have still been a Liverpool player. Joel Matip would have. He wanted to keep Matip. Joel Matip would have got a new contract if it was down to Klopp. So this has got nothing to do with Klopp. Schmatke maybe a little bit because he was a director of football for
A
6 months.
little bit.
No, but he was only 6 months director of football, so he gets a bit of blame. But like,
Picked
I
by
don't.
Klopp.
No, but I don't think that. Me personally, I think there's a couple of the big boys at the top. Like if Billy Hogan can come downstairs and quickly get involved with Caicedo, then he can also start getting involved in trying to get contracts sorted out because they're important too. So there's a few people in a hierarchy, but like I said, we won't point fingers. We won't do that anymore. We won't do that anymore. We won't go back down that road. That's a long cobble street, bro. You know what I mean? Wifey will look at you and be like, I've got 4-inch heels and you want me to walk down that street? Be like, no, baby, you're right. Let's go the long way. It's going to take a bit longer, but it's a smooth path.
You're going to have to piggyback. I got flats in the back. You got flats in your bag. Like, change that.
No,
I implemented from early in our relationship. I put a pair of Iona's flats in the car and I made sure she travels with some in her bag. Worst case scenario, you're getting a piggyback.
No, we'll take the scenic route, bro. We'll have a look.
No, I'm not taking the scenic route, bro.
Taking the views and that.
I could break down any minute, bro. My body ain't what it used to be.
Bro, your breakdown giving her a piggyback across the cobble pavement, bro.
Yeah, but it's a shorter distance, bro. I'll take my chances.
And anyhow you drop her and she grazes her knee, oh, heaven help you, brother. Heaven help you, brother.
Yeah, for real. I mean, Gray's knee will be all right for her. God knows what is happening to me if I drop. Like,
no, but you might accidentally just drop her. That's the problem with a piggyback, bro. You might not drop. You might just drop her, brother, and that's not a good look, bro.
Fair dues, fair dues. Right. Second topic on the show is Luke Chambers is moving to Wigan again on loan, it seems. So he was on loan at Wigan. Championship clubs have come in for him. However, it seems as though the club have taken the decision to send him back to Wigan. I think it's best for his development. And we've spoken at length about fullbacks recently and said that, you know, you've got him, you've got Beck, who are kind of waiting for their chance. It seems as though Beck might be further ahead, and given that he was in the Scottish Premier League last season, I think he is. What's your thoughts about the move, Drift? Do you think it's a good move for Chambers, or would you have liked to see him stay for a season or at least half a season?
I think it's a good move. We have two very good youth academy left backs. One should stay for development and one should go for development. Which one happened, I wasn't really bothered because they're both talented. We saw Chambers play under Klopp and he was good.
Yeah.
And obviously Beck is very, very highly thought after. You yourself know he's good. So I'm not really bothered which one goes and which one stays, as long as both of them get equal opportunity to prove themselves at whatever level. And I think we can look at the situation with what happened with Bradley and what happened with Morton, and we could say, I think we've spoken about this off camera before, the Championship seems to be a very good tester of character and growing of a man, of a young player into a man, because the Championship is hectic, and even Division 1, like it's hectic. You've got to be a man to play in those leagues. There's no, you know what I mean? You've got to be able to grow your strength and your stamina and all those kind of things to play in that league. And look how those two players have both come back better for it. So I'm all right with it, bro. I'm all right with it. I don't have a problem with it. Oh, I think it makes sense. This probably means that Beck will be the one who's kept. I doubt both will go. I think Beck will be kept around and he'll be the one who might get some game time in the cup games and stuff like that this season. Obviously, depending on what we do with Tsimikas as well. But yeah, it'll be good for him, man. It'll be good. How old is Chambers?
Maybe like 19. I'm just going to say it here so that there's no like miscommunication or any ambiguity or anything. If Owen Beck plays next season and he plays well, Shameless Sanderson is going to be really, really bad. Like really bad. So I just want to make that clear for everyone so they're not like, oh, why is Cal still going on about every time he plays and he plays well, you'll be hearing from it. You'll hear from it. because
Sleepy Forest is saying that Beck is related to Ian Rush. Is he?
yeah, he
is
is
he
his
related to
nephew.
Ian Rush?
His nephew.
Okay, so it's in the blood then. The
Yeah,
talent
Chambers
is in the blood.
Chambers has just turned 20, 24th of June. Owen Beck's 21. He's going to be 22 on the 9th of August. So Beck is
Oh,
homegrown.
right, it's Beck. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's kind of now or never almost. If he's nearly
I've
22,
been telling you, bro.
right? If he's nearly 22, that's like he's actually got to get his chance now. Then
Homegrown.
I didn't know he was that
Homegrown.
old.
From the
Yeah,
soil,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah. He's got to get
From
his
the
chance
soil.
now. Then. Yeah, he's
From the
got to get his
soil.
chance. He's got to get his chance now. Then still.
I'm saying, homegrown from the soil.
Yeah, he's got to get his chance.
Made
now.
in Melwood.
So
Graduated.
that means that we might cash in on Tsimikas and actually just promote Beck straight to second in command. Because we're being honest, by 21, you should have already proved that you've got the minerals.
He's proved he's got the minerals, bro.
So I think that could be quite interesting then. So that means maximum profit on Tsimikas because we don't need to replace him. Like whatever we get for him can go straight back into the kitty then. That's all right, you know. I'm all right with that, Cal, if I'm being totally honest with you. That's not too shabby, bro. What are you saying? Beck and Bradley. The fullbacks, Beck and Bradley. BB.
That's what I'm going to call them.
That's not too shabby still. If he's Ian Rush's is it nephew, did you say?
Yeah,
Ian Rush's
so,
nephew.
yeah.
So he's Welsh in terms of his heritage then? Or is he half English then?
I think he's still English.
Oh, okay.
Homegrown. But if I ever see if I see one day a Liverpool team of homegrown,
all right, so in asking that, and I say this at the risk of this conversation going sideways, if we bought a right-footed centre-back to replace Matip rather than a left-sided centre-back, are you okay with that then, knowing Owen Beck and Robinson would be the left-backs? Because we keep saying we need a left-sided centre-back to A, play left-sided centre-back, and B, to be a cover for left-back. But if we've got left-back sorted, is it that big of a deal if we buy a left-footed centre-back then?
yeah, we still need one because I'll be transparent with you. I'm happy with Virgil moving to right centre-back.
No, but what if Virg stays here and then even so we buy another right-footed centre-back who can play left-sided centre? Because remember, right-footed centre-backs can play. Virgil's doing it now.
Rotation.
No, but what if it was a right-footed centre-back that's still rotated with Virgil? It's just not a left-footed centre-back.
Open up the pitch with rotation. New methods, new tactics.
But is this more a want for the ideal rather than it needing to be?
It's needed. You know why? Because if we might want to go free at the back, we might want to go inverted with Trent at right back. We might just want to say, Virgil, you have a couple games off where we just play my man.
But we can play Kwanzaa or Ibu left-sided centre-back.
Don't hit the same. You know that. You know that.
No, I think it does.
Drift, I need this. I need this. I've been asking for a left-footed centre-back since Laporte went to Man City. I need this.
I know, but is it a necessity, though?
It's a necessity.
Is
Chelsea.
it a necessity, bro?
All right, I'm going to go through all the teams. Man City got left-footed centre-backs. Arsenal, left-footed centre-backs. Chelsea. Arsenal.
Yeah,
Gabriel and Calafiori.
Is Gabriel left-footed?
Yes, bro. Where have you been?
Right, you know what? I thought he was right-footed.
No.
Oh, right. No, honestly, I didn't know that. I thought Gabriel was right-footed.
Arsenal. Man United got left-footed centre-backs.
Who's their left-footed centre-back?
The Butcher, the one that got carved up by Mo.
Martinez is left-footed as well. Do you know I did not know that?
Hold on. What have you been watching, bro?
I did not know that, you know. I didn't know that.
Chelsea.
I didn't know that.
Chelsea got left-footed centre-backs.
Yeah, I know they have, yeah.
West
Fair
Ham
enough.
got left-footed centre-backs.
I don't pay attention to the rivals enough for little details like that to have popped up.
Spurs, Mickey van der Ven.
Yeah, I know. I know Spurs, Tottenham, Spurs, Chelsea. I knew and Man City, obviously.
I want one of our own, Drift. He should have been Calafiori, but Inacio's there waiting to be plucked. Lukeba, Hincape. I need that left-footed centre back. I need that. Villa. He's not right-footed. Tight-footed.
Yeah, that's tight-footed, you know. That's just. Oh man,
We need a
fair enough.
left-footed
Honestly, I didn't know Gabriel was left-footed. I genuinely didn't know that. I don't know if that's a slight on him because I haven't noticed, or whether it's good because I haven't noticed. But
No, he's very left-footed. Very left-footed.
Yeah, I didn't even realize.
So yeah, we need that. We need that left-footed centre back. I just saw in the chat Arda Güler price has been named as 33 million. I mean, I don't see Real Madrid selling him. I'm just gonna.
No way. Why on earth would they sell him?
And even if they were going to sell him after the Euros he just had.
Yeah, why on earth? Don't they see him as like the new like big thing? Why on earth would they sell him? No, I don't believe that.
Unless he's basically pushing to say he wants to leave, but I don't even see that.
Yeah, I'd be very, very surprised at that. And even when you look at things like how well Odegaard's done at Arsenal since Real Madrid gave up on him, because let's be honest, letting Arsenal have him was giving up on him and not like trying to find a place for him.
I wouldn't mind if
they're not going to go and do that again after how well he's done. They'll probably be like, yeah, we don't want to see Arda go somewhere and in 2 years we're like, he's the best midfielder or whatever. And then it's like, oh, why on earth did we let him go? Or yeah, no, I don't understand. Nah, that's not real. And you're right, after good Euros, you got to add about 10, 20 mil on top of whatever price tag it was before anyway. So no chance. He ain't going nowhere. Unless, like you said, you know what? Trying to see the glass as half full. If he's looking at all of the bad boys they got and he's thinking, I want to play, possibly. You never know. They got Hendrick, they got Mbappe now. They've already got a stacked midfield anyway. 10% chance it's true.
What, for Arda Güler?
Yeah, 10% chance. What would happen is they'll do what they did with Odegaard the first time. They'd let him go on loan for a year to just give him some game time, and then they'd assess the situation next summer. So you could possibly get Arda on loan. You possibly could get him on loan. But you're definitely not getting him.
If we could get him on loan, I'd snap their hand off for that.
You're definitely not getting him full time, though. You're not getting.
I would do it if it means we can have him on loan for a year and then it gives us a year to go and scout someone to come in full time. Then yeah, I'd do.
You're not getting him for a permanent, but you might get him on a year. You might get him on a year long.
Shout out to Jamrock. I keep on hearing about this Desired Dewey or Doe. I don't know his name is pronounced. He's someone that's come to the fore recently. Left-footed right winger. Final topic of the show, Drift, is that there is more interest in Sepp Vandenberg. Now there was a little political situation and a little like media hype behind him, saying Slot really likes him and the club should hang on to him. However, it seems as though he wants to leave, and it seems like it's gonna happen. Apparently, Hoffenheim are in for him. Do you think we need to lower our expectations on how much we can get for him? Is 20 million actually too much for Sepp?
I thought it was 25 we were asking for.
No, we're not that bad.
All right, 20. Yeah, 20 is perfect. 20 is perfect, bro. Yeah, 20 is perfect.
And you think it could happen?
Yeah. He's definitely one of the people who I reckon is out the door, unless Slot really wants to keep him. But I think he's one of the people that will be out the door. Plus, he plays in a position on the pitch that we're not in need of reinforcements. Like right back is all right now. Like right back's fine with the emergence of Bradley, Joey there as well. We're all right at right back.
I think
will
we'll
probably
only
play
need to
right
start right back again if Gomez doesn't have a good season.
I mean, coming off the back of the season that Gomez has had, I won't worry about him having a bad season. I'd maybe more worry about him being annoyed at not playing regularly.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's probably what I'd be more worried about, more so than anything. But the thing that I do worry, maybe you might not have even thought about this. You know, one thing I do slightly worry about? I slightly worry about the progression of Bradley, because I do think Trent will go to right back and be permanent right back, and Bradley's not going to get as much game time as we're going to want him to have. That's my only little bit of a worry at right back, because I can't imagine Slot playing him in midfield, Trent in midfield.
We'll see.
So, yeah, that's the only thing I have a little bit of a worry about. Just Bradley not getting as much game time as he obviously deserves after his performances last season. That's about it.
It's all about rotation for me, Drift. It's all about rotation, bro.
No, I hear that. Jamrock, that's wild still. Jamrock saying he still don't rate Gomez. Like, that for me means you don't want to rate him, Jamrock. And I'm not even trying to like call you out or whatever. I just think after the season he's had last year, to say you don't rate him is kind of just not wanting to rate him. He was brilliant last season. He was head and shoulders in the top 5 best performance for Liverpool last season. He was absolutely brilliant last season.
Oh, top 5?
100%.
Top 5, I'd probably go Alisson, Verge. You know what? You might be right, you know, Drew. Mac.
And the problem is the other players who may have been able to overtake him, like Salah and Trent, etc., had too many dips in the season to be considered. He was consistent across the entire season. He was absolutely outstanding last season.
You know what? He's in the top 5.
He was outstanding last season. There were games when he played
Elliot and him make up the top 5 along with the others.
Yeah, Elliot was brilliant as well last season. Yeah, Elliot was brilliant as well. So again, obviously Jamrock's allowed his thingy, but he was brilliant last season. I don't see not being able to rate him after that season. But
so I do agree with Jamrock, though. He does have lapses in concentration, hence why I wouldn't have him as a guaranteed starter.
Lapses in concentration might be a bit harsh. Maybe there might be the odd ball watching moment briefly for a second at a point during a game now and again, but I wouldn't, like, I don't know. And the thing is, people will say things like Romero at Tottenham can have that lapse in concentration, but he's still a brilliant centre back. Like, it doesn't mean that you wouldn't.
Romero's a brilliant centre back.
Do you not?
No,
nah, I think Romero's he's very good. Romero.
I'd probably say very good. I wouldn't say he's brilliant.
There are times when he's brilliant.
Yeah, but everyone has times where they're brilliant.
He's just overly aggressive, which can make him look a bit silly sometimes.
Hence why he's not brilliant for me. For me, I won't say anyone. Most Premier League players can be brilliant sometimes. For me, the ones who are brilliant are the ones that consistently perform brilliantly.
How many years do you have to perform to be considered consistent then? 2, 3?
A year, 2.
I like Romero. I think he's good.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd be your type of centre back still.
If Liverpool were going to sign him to be a part of the 4, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
I wouldn't have a problem with it. Especially with how referees treat us. He'd be getting sent off every time he's
that would obviously be a little bit concerning, but I think there is a misconception. If you watch 9, 10, 11 Tottenham games in a row, there might be one where he'll be a bit of an idiot. But for the majority of the time,
he did calm it down, to be fair. One of my good friends is a Spurs fan, and he did tell me he's calmed it down a lot. But yeah,
like I say, you watch 10 games, and maybe there might be 1 or 2 games where he might be a little bit silly. But for like 8 of the games, he'll be just like really, really good. So I wouldn't have it. Obviously, you get annoyed on that one game where we might do something stupid, but I think there is a misconception about Romero. Romero is a very, very good centre back, in my opinion.
Fair dues, fair dues. Look, those are all the topics. We'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section. Do you think we'll get Kudus? I mean, Arda Güler rumours have started now. Do you think we could get Arda Güler on loan, or even do the unthinkable and actually purchase him? Also, do you think Kanai is going to go to West Ham? I feel I can give you that answer, guys. And also, Sepp van der Berg, will he go? And do you see any of our other youngsters going out on loan? Also, no DM talk. Zubimendi's out there. I don't know what you've got to tell him to sell him the project, but just sell him the project. If not, go and get Hudgman from Sporting. Just do something with DM, man. I want to win the bloody league.
Seems like Zubimendi doesn't want to leave Spain.
I know.
I told you, bruv. Jordi Scholten is just waiting. Let's get it done, bro.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that drift. It doesn't move me.
I know it doesn't move you, but eventually you'll start feel your feet dancing, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro.
That'll be
be like,
day.
bro, why am I two-stepping? What's going on there? Hold on a minute. But I told you, bro, that's the Jordi vibe, bro. You see it there? Hey, I'm telling you, bro. But I'm never gonna get my hopes up because I know we ain't gonna go for him. So
yeah, he's not been linked at all.
Nah, he hasn't, bro. He hasn't.
Yeah. Well, people, if you haven't already, please do smash that like button. Please do subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. We'll probably be back now on Friday, right?
Yeah.
I don't. If that.
Oh boy, we can't even laugh too much.
Did Kone play in the Olympics today?
I
can't get hurt again. I can't get hurt again.
No, bro, we're not going for Kone. We're not going for Kone.
I can't get hurt again.
Yeah, we're not going for Kone.
Super chat. Che says Kanai better than Saliba, but linked to West Ham. I mean, linked to West Ham doesn't mean he's wanted by West Ham or he'll go West Ham. No. Shout out to Uncle Roz. Go and subscribe to Uncle Roz's channel. Says Matt and Drift on the poop and move. That was jokes. I'll have to watch that for the show.
Yeah. You know when you do you know we do you remember, like, shout out to all the retail workers who have done retail. You know when you're just like, bro, I gotta let one go still, and you do the pop and move.
Oh,
yeah. Like, bro, what are you doing in my section, bro? No, I'm just going over there real quick. Still.
You feel it for the person who walks behind you, and you're like, "Oh, bro, can you smell that?" I was like, "Yeah, bro, where's that coming from?" Like, man, that's bad, isn't it?
Yeah, hey, bro, shout out everyone who know, if you've worked retail, you got to know about the poop and move. If you poop in your own section, you're an amateur, bro.
AJ said last year, I bet Drifty we would sign at least 3 midfielders.
I don't remember the context of it, AJ, but what was I saying? Was I saying we wouldn't? No, was I saying we wouldn't? I don't remember the context of the conversation. A lot has happened in the last year.
Yeah. Micah says I have a weird feeling Osherman to Chelsea.
Micah, they can have him, in all honesty.
Not beyond the realms of possibility. Goes on also to say, my bros, I beg you do a transfer prediction show top 8. You know what? That's not a bad idea, you know, bro. That is not a bad idea. I'm gonna put that in our WhatsApp group so I don't forget.
By the way, people, I only used to do the pup and move because when you're moving, you can't really hear the sound because my pups smell like roses. So it wasn't really ever about the smell from me. It was more about the noise.
My pups don't smell like roses. I'll tell you that for a fact.
Yeah, mine smell like roses.
Sometimes I pup and move in the house, bro. Blame it on the kids. Let's be real with you.
I'm a savage. I blamed it on the dog once.
Yeah, I blamed it on Alonso a couple of times. Like, she can't speak for herself at the moment, innit? If one of the kids, if Robbie or Stevie's sleeping, I'll be like, you know, I think they must have let one rip while they were sleeping, you know, babe. It is what it is, man. Micah says, guys, rank the big 7 centre backs duos. Saliba, Gabriel, VVD, Canate, Stones, Diaz, Yoro, Lissandro, Van de Ven, Romero, Fofana, Colwill, and Torres and Carlos. That is a sick question.
I'm not going to be able
think-
to do it without being called biased.
I'll do it. I think you have to go Saliba, Gabriel, number 1. Then
No
I would
chance.
go VVD, Canate, number 2. Then I would go Stones, Diaz. I would then probably go Torres and Carlos next. Van de Ven, Romero, and then Fofana, Colwill. And then Yoro, Lissandro, because it's not a partnership yet. I know you've got BBD and Kanai is number 1.
100%.
I think individually they're better than Gabriel and Saliba, but I think as an actual duo, I think it's Saliba.
I mean, obviously, this is where there's the context has to be added. If Konate was fit for 38 games a season, the partnership they would build up would be second to none. Obviously, it gets disturbed by the injuries and stuff, so I can understand consistency is a part of why people would go Saliba and Gabriel, and that's fine. But if we're just talking about like what it would be based on their talent, and if when they do play together, a lot of people forget halfway through last season, Ibu and Verge were like, everybody was like, yeah. The whole Saliba Gabriel thing was a bit mad, innit? Look at the way Ibu and Verge are moving. Like, they're clearly the best. And then people forget that because we then obviously had the injuries and the problems, and Saliba and Gabriel continued to be good, that people just think it's Virgin Ibu. It's Virgin Ibu for me. But yeah, Saliba second. I think people are sleeping on the Diaz and the Stones partnership as well. I mean,
I have got them third.
No, but I'm even thinking maybe even a tie with Saliba and Gabriel. I'm not sleeping on Stones and Diaz. They're brilliant centre backs, and their partnership is outstanding. It's hard to look past it as well. Because again, here's another thing that a lot of people forget as well. As good as Saliba and Gabriel are, and they are very good together, they've just got the DMs in front of them that help so much, and they play a kind of deep
the ultimate DM in Rodri, bro.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is, when you look at the situation with Saliba and Gabriel, I just love to know how it would be if they didn't have a brilliant DM in front of them, or they played a bit higher up the pitch, that's all. But those three are definitely in the top 3. And then after that, I'd probably go Van de Ven and Romero. Then I would go Fofana and Colwill. Then I'd go Yoro and Lissandro, and then Torres and Carlos.
Fair dude.
If Fofana could get back to the Fofana he was, Fofana and Colwill was a naughty centre-back pairing.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Fofana, but I don't think he will get back to that.
Neither do I. That's the problem. Yeah.
So much happened. He almost reminds me of what Gomez went through, innit?
Yeah, maybe a little bit worse, because didn't he get
worse.
2 back-to-back ACLs or something like that?
And a broken leg as well.
Fucking hell. Fofana had so much promise, bro. He was going to be the new Ish. Do you know what I mean? I feel so bad for him, man. I really do.
AJ said, Jamrock and I said that we would, and you said we wouldn't. That's relating to centre midfielders.
Okay. No, fair dude.
He said, Minago PR, let's me see some.
I like being wrong if Liverpool get any positivity from it. So 100%. 100%.
Fair dudes. But people, we are going to wrap up there. As I said, we're going to be back on Friday night. So what we're going to do on Friday, guys, or what we're aiming to do, or should we even say, Drift? Should we say, or should we just wait?
We might as well, because we've confirmed it behind the scenes now. So
cool. So on Friday, we're going to do because it's the last Friday of the month, we are going to do a short call-in show from 10:30 to around 12. Take a short break and do the watch along on Tifo for Liverpool versus Real Betis. So please do join us on Friday. You'll have us for a few hours, and Liverpool's first pre-season game. Got a few shout out to Rosa in the comments. Shout out to Big Yards, Jamrock, Emil Heskey. You guys were in from early. Shout out to Ghost, aka Liverpool 12th man. Saw you were live earlier as well. Big up for you. Shout out to Jamie Phillips. I don't think he's in the stream anymore. Taji, I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. Jason John Baptist, ain't seen you in a little while as well. Hope you're well. Shout out to Marcel.
You've made the mistake I make.
I know. Imran Bruno. I'm just gonna
and then you realise you don't want to leave anyone out.
Yeah, sleepy. Do you know what? Shout out to you all. You're all amazing. Look at the time. It's 1:10 in the morning. We did this stream on like half an hour's notice, and you guys still rocking with us. You guys are absolutely amazing, and we're truly blessed to have you guys as part of the community. Please do smash that like button if you're watching this now on repeat. As I said, we'll be back on Friday Friday night, unless something crazy happens between now and then, which I doubt. But if it does, then you'll see at least one of us. So, people.
And then Friday, a little marathon.
Yes, indeed.
A little mini marathon on Friday. Should be good.
Indeed. So, people, whether you're now going to sleep or enjoying the rest of your evening or day, I don't even want to know where that quote came from. Cool. Say no more. One show I missed, and then I'm hearing about.
No, but I think it might have been the I think it might have been when we're talking about the giant Toblerone.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Because unless we're talking about food, unfortunately, 3 inches is nothing. But
I'm not here to put anyone down, man.
Actually, no, I take that back, because if you went from 5'10" to 6'1", then that would be a big difference. So yeah,
it's not a discussion.
Depends on the context of what it is, isn't it?
I'm already 6'1", bro.
Yeah. So you're all right.
All right. On that basis,
you forget your man's out the gutter, man.
Yeah, nah. Big up people. Make sure you switch on the notification bell until we see you next time. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish around, people. Take care.
Peace.